Hey, what's going on, welders? Natalio Cortez, Let It Shine Welding. Do you guys ever find yourself shaking too much, trying to hold that electrode steady, trying to strike up an arc, whether it's in a flat position, horizontal position, vertical position, and you just find yourself shaking too much, trying to steady it, trying to be more consistent with it, but find it hard, or trying to hold that electrode a little bit close like this, strike up, but then find yourself being stuck, and then that heat gets your gloves all wrinkled up, burnt up, and then eventually your hands. Well, if that's the case, man, this video is going to help you guys out. So let's get into it. So in this video, we're going to focus on how to hold the electrode towards the end or towards the front of the electrode, close as possible to the workpiece. At the same time, once you get that arc established, puddle established, how to bring that left hand, that assist hand back, at the same time pushing forward with that dominant hand, meeting them together, and then how to maneuver through that left hand, that assist hand, so that you can get it out of the way from the heat. Continue to push forward with your stinger to complete your weld. Definitely a good technique to use when you're first starting off, to help you strike up and fight. If you do happen to stick, it helps you get unstuck real quick, easier. And then eventually, man, over time, I use this technique in certain positions, not all the time, but whenever I do find myself having a hard time either striking up or establishing a good puddle, I definitely use this assist hand to assist me strike up, establish the puddle, and then bring it back. Over time, you won't need that. You want to be able to strike up one-handed, get to welding right away. But for now, or in the beginning, like I mentioned earlier, it's a great technique to have and be able to use whenever you need it. Hey, thank you guys for the support, man. I'm really happy that I can make these videos for you guys. I hope you guys get something out of these videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the videos with anybody else. Now let's get to the welding video. Let it shine, baby. So you want to incorporate this to your dry run. As you're going through your dry run, getting from point A to point B, you also want to let yourself know how you're going to be moving your hand back, whether you're left-handed, right-handed, when you're going to be pushing your strong hand forward, what you're going to be feeling, what you're going to be feeling for, talking yourself through the dry run, talking yourself through everything that you should be feeling, and making those minor adjustments on the fly. You got to be ready for that. As soon as you strike the arc and establish your puddle, at that moment, that's when you want to start moving that hand back towards the electrode holder. But as you're moving back, especially in the beginning, you want to use that left hand to assist you in your technique. So don't just slide it straight back to the electrode holder, because you might wiggle a little bit or move too excessively. So very carefully use that left hand to assist you in whatever technique, in whatever position you're doing. It's going to start off slow in the beginning, but with time, it's going to get faster, easier. You're even going to find yourself pinching that electrode with that left hand and getting stuck. And you're like, man, I don't want to move because I don't want to mess up. But it's all right. Keep pushing through it. What you're trying to get used to is the transition. What part of your hand touches that electrode holder, your glove? As soon as you feel some connection with that electrode holder, roll with it, push through it. Don't resist it. Don't try to stop it. All you're trying to do is use that steady hand, the assist hand, to keep you steady and finish out your weld easier, smoother. As soon as your left hand makes connection with that electrode holder, at that point you can stop, because at that point you're out of the heat. You're not going to burn up your glove. You can keep going, keep pushing, even weld one-handed if you want to or have to, depending on the position you're welding. Or eventually over time, you'll find that spot where you move that left hand assist hand to that same spot every time for certain positions. Now that right hand is continuously pushing forward or moving. So I'm not just bringing that left hand back. I'm pushing that right hand forward or down, left, right, whatever position I'm welding. I'm trying to connect both of them as fast and as smooth, as steady as possible. As that right hand is moving, it can be a little hard to keep steady, but something that has helped me and still does help me to this day is keeping that elbow tight to my body. If I flare that elbow out, then I'm going to have a hard time staying steady. But the closer I hold it to my body, I can use my body to help me stay steady and more consistent. Just like everything else, practice makes improvement. So keep practicing this technique, add it to your dry runs in whatever position you need it. I still use it to this day in certain positions. Great skill to have, technique to have in your toolbox to pull it out anytime you need it. Eventually, you guys are going to be welding one-handed, but until then, this is a great technique to use. Let it shine, baby.